Were you at any point, honestly, were you at any point scared of it?
Is that a question?
I just,
I
I'm
was
just
scared every
curious.
day.
Really?
Yes.
Like really, really scared.
Really, really scared because I was scared that what if I fall short? What if I just don't get it right? What if it's something I do that spoils something here?
All right, guys, welcome again to this episode of Secret Behind the Scenes. And with me is a Nollywood sweetheart. Yes, I use the word Nollywood sweetheart because she's a sweetheart as far as I'm concerned. I think the first time I ever experienced her acting prowess was in the movie Madame Koi Koi that also had the likes of Blajo Gumola in it. And a couple of other amazing actors, if I might say so myself. I think Demi Okolawan was in it as well, and that was a good film.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. We'll come there. But with me in the studio is the one, the only Nene Aliemeka. I see. I'm trying to. I got it. Oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. I wanted to pronounce that surname right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It's nothing really serious. Just gisting. But we are. For me, it's just an avenue to actually tell some truths about like this space. And I mean, we share a common industry, and I know. I mean, there's so many things that happen that I just feel like, if honestly speaking, if maybe I had an idea before I came inside here, my sister, I didn't think maybe I went out. You understand? And I just felt like it's important that people who want to be in whatever industry it is know certain things about those spaces from experts, from professionals who are actually playing there before they enter. So I do not say, nobody told me you are where you were secret behind the scene. You heard the next say it. So what's your excuse? Do you understand? But anyway, before we go into all of that, let's talk about childhood and like your upbringing. You said you are, before the cameras came on, you told me that you were from Krashover.
Yes.
But you were brought up Yoruba.
Yes.
So mom says Yoruba.
Yes, my mom is Yoruba. So my mom and my Yoruba side of the family raised me, right? So my dad left. No sugarcoating it. He left when I was about 3 or 4. He just left, right? So and I had 2 older ones. So she literally took care of all 3 of us with the help of the family. So I'm a Yoruba Nimi.
I love it.
That's all I know.
And you grew up in Lagos?
I grew up in Lagos. I schooled in Ibadan. I served in Ekiti. So like
proper Yoruba gear.
They dug the Yoruba into me.
I love it.
Yeah. So
interesting stuff. But have you maybe come across Dad since? No.
Funny story. I found him.
Okay.
Right. So when Facebook came up and all of that, I was like, I got this idea to type in my surname, that's my dad's surname, and see what comes up. And I told my mom, and she was totally fine with it because she always liked the idea of us having him in our lives because he's our dad. He still needs to be, it's important, right? So I found my uncle and like a cousin or so. So I reached out to them. Oh, my name is this. My dad's name is this. I don't know if you're related, blah, blah, blah. If you are, please reach out to me. And my uncle reached out to me. I met him once. Then he sent me my dad's number. And then I got to meet my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You met him?
He came to Lagos.
How was that? Oh, wait, how old were you at this time? Because he left when you were 3.
Yes. And then I was 17 at this time.
Oh
I just
my
got
God.
into 111. So this was just before I went into school. Right?
So 14 years after.
So I always used to say that it was like the happiest day of my life, but then it kind of turned out to be the saddest day of my life, right? Because I met him and he gave me this story of he forgot his way back to the house, blah, blah, blah. I let it go because, okay, it's finally here, right? And things were going to be different. It was going to remain in my life. So many stories. After like a month after, I was literally the one having to call him every time.
He wasn't
trying to be,
in his life.
In his life. And then I just got tired of it.
Of course.
After years, I just got tired of it.
Because I mean, this is your child who you claim to. I can understand that. That's crazy. I had a dad as father, so don't worry. we can bond on that. But enough of the dads that don't want us. Let's talk about
that's the word.
Yeah, some more important because we wanted them, but they didn't want us. Okay.
They are lost. They're lost.
They're a problem, my sister. They'll be okay. This industry is, and by this industry I mean the entertainment industry, Nollywood, is a jungle. And I think I always tell people that it's a dog eat dog
Yes,
industry.
it is.
It is crazy.
Oh my God.
Like if you come in without, you know how they say, you know how mothers bring us up, or how my mother brought me up. You know, well, there's Jesus there. There is know your values. There's no if you're not grounded from home.
Yeah, you lose your way.
Listen, you're gonna just get lost. In this, right? When did you decide that you wanted to be an actor, and why?
So, I'm from a family that we have people in the arts.
Okay.
Yeah, like my mom is an Usher officer. Usher officer is a big name in theater, right? He's a lecturer in UI, a professor rather in theater arts. He's written plays. Women of Owu was written by him, right?
That's
So I
fun.
grew up in that, and then my auntie got married to a filmmaker as well. So they were filmmakers. They made this Shallow Waters, Over the Edge.
They made Shallow Waters.
Yes, I
Oh.
was in Shallow Waters.
Really?
Yes.
Hey.
So I'd always known that I was going to go into acting. So
Right.
they sort of brought me up. There was a foundation of seeing what being on set was like, right? And I knew that it was there. I'd seen my mom act in church plays. That's when I understood what acting was like. And it was one of those demon chasing someone, and they were chasing her, she was crying, and everybody was just looking at her, and I'm like, help my mother, what's happening, right?
Wow.
And I did not understand it. The demon caught her and killed her, I think, and I was crying. And then I saw her after, I'm like,
How come? Yeah,
what
what's
just
going on?
happened?
Yeah.
So she explained it to me, and then that was when it clicked that, oh, the movies we watch, because we watch movies.
Yeah.
This character is this person today, this character dies, I see this person again. It started clicking. And then growing up and then acting for my auntie and my uncle, I realized I actually really liked this stuff. And then I got into UI. I didn't study theater arts, but I minored in it.
Oh,
So I
okay.
did all of the stage plays. I was on stage throughout my 4 years in UI.
Oh, wow.
So I just knew that was what I was going to do. So when I came out, I worked for a few months just to prove to my family that it's not for me, right? So I did the office job for like 4 or 5 months, and I'm like, nah,
This is not what I'm doing.
I've tried. I've done it for you. So
Right.
this is it. 2016, I officially went into acting.
Acting, fantastic. And so, what did you major in school?
Communication and language arts, basically mass communication, right? So broadcasting, radio, TV.
Right,
Yeah, that was
extensive,
it.
right.
Then acting was.
That's interesting that you can major in minor.
It was a lot of work.
I mean, but if it's for what you like, I wish I had that choice.
no choice actually, and it was, to be honest, my minor courses that I took really helped me, right? Because those were the ones that I really, really put my all in, more than my major courses. So they actually helped me. So it was a good thing for me.
Fantastic. So, can you say, put a number maybe to your discography from 2016 till now? Like maybe how much work you've done, if you can remember. And I'm saying stage and everything.
It's
a lot.
It's a lot actually. Stage, I haven't done as much stage.
Okay.
So from then till now, stage I've done, I think 7 stage productions, yes. But for TV, film, and series, and then YouTube, it's the ones that I have seen and the ones that I have not seen, and I will not see.
And you will not see. Why don't you want to see those ones?
See, I know what we
Script.
acted. I know what the
Right.
script was. I did it because I just wanted my face out there, so I'm not going to see them, right? So I would say maybe close to like 40.
Yeah, I feel like every actor has that job that, listen, I'm just here for the money or for the publicity. And
It wasn't even the money because they were not exactly paying. Well, it was
Good.
just my face needs to be there. At least let
Yes.
somebody see.
I see what you-
Not a
listen,
great
I see.
movie, but this is a good actor.
Yeah, tell me about this.
Mhm.
Oosh. But we're coming to those dodges. Let's talk about, Madame Koi for a bit. Right. So now I'm going to be very honest, brutally honest. This is a story that, of course, has different variants. Growing up, my mom told me her own version. My uncle, everyone had their own version of Madame Koi, right? When you were auditioning, because I think I also saw clips of your audition and some other cast members. When you were auditioning for that role, what was going through your mind? Did you, first of all, did you think that, maybe I might get it or not? Or were you hoping, and then what was going through your mind, basically?
I was hoping that I would get it because I had really great chemistry with the person playing, like my
Oh, yes,
friend
you did.
Martha. We had worked together. We've known each other from UI.
Oh, really?
So we've been on stage together. So like it was perfect for two of us.
Right.
So I was really hoping that we would get it,
Okay.
but I wasn't sure.
Mm.
But then when I got it, I was really excited. We didn't know it was going to Netflix at that point in time. We just knew that it was a really good story, and it was something that we needed to do because it centered around us. Like this was a big deal for upcoming actors to have something that was centering around
them.
us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So the audition was nerve jerking. Like I was scared because I really wanted it. But then I'm really, really happy that we did get it.
Yeah. I think you are one of the, and I must be saying this because you're here now. I told anybody who cares to listen. I will come to what I think about the entire movie, but like for certain characters, your character stood out. So, and I think that also is what differentiates a good actor from an actor. Just being able to take a little thing and magnify it so much that you stick and you're memorable. Because you had this burst of energy, and I don't know if that was the director or that was you. Because again, I tell people that it's one thing to be a good actor. It's one thing to have an actor's director who would actually pull out what he wants from you. You know what I mean? And like really drill you. So I'm watching. And I'm like, is this girl or is this the director? I don't care who did it, but I love it.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was more than perfect. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it you? Was it all you, or kudos to your director as well?
It wasn't all me. It
Right.
was in the script. It was in the character Bible that she had to be very preppy, very chatterbox. She had to be energy throughout, right? So when I got on set and I got to talk to the director, he's an actor's director actually. He's a fantastic person to work with. So when I got on set, I did the first scene and then he came to remind me, just a little extra, and then they put me in that frame. And then I went back to me being in secondary school. I wasn't that chatterbox, but I was full of energy. So I just went back like so many years and brought myself back and added more and more. Like by the time I was finishing scenes, I was
Because I'm like,
again.
I'm like, how's she doing that?
Oh my God.
And then because I'm an actor, I know that there are so many takes.
So many takes.
So all that energy.
Yo, and I had to do it the same way over and over again.
That's a lot.
It was a lot of energy.
I mean, I'm
trust
sure
me.
that when you saw the final product, you were like, yes, this is.
I was beyond happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy. I believed myself as a
I believe
teenager in secondary school.
Honestly. And, again, good acting and just good actors. And, how do I put this? I'm looking for the words. Nobody would have told me that you were not a teenager.
Trust me, I know.
I
I got that.
Yourself, even Martha.
Martha, yes.
I think I saw Martha recently. I was on set and then there was something on television. I think it was Man Friend.
Oh yeah,
she's
totally different character.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I totally get it.
I see it. I'm like, who is this? This is the girl from Madame Koi Koi. And my friends, my co-actors are like, yeah. And I'm like, well, she's grown up. And they're like, duh, that was a role. I'm like, oh, I sound like all those old women I used to watch movies. Right? Because like you guys embody it.
Yeah, actually.
Chooks walks out at my gym.
Chooks is amazing.
Amazing actor.
Chooks is amazing.
I hated him. I saw the movie today. He came to the gym the next day. I'm just like, I mean, he's my guy. So he came to shake me. I'm just like, he's like, what's up, Charlie?
This one.
So I watched Madame Koi Koi last night. He laughed. I'm like, this is, and it's just great when you see that these are quote unquote new actors who actually are good. I was really excited by it was. I mean, wow. Okay, let's talk about the other your co-stars, and by co-stars I mean the maybe famous ones or maybe bigger ones. DME. What's the other lady now? Amami Dada. And the likes. How was it working with them?
So the only people I really interacted with were DME and Badge and Iriti Doyle.
Okay, yes, Iriti.
Yeah. It was fantastic working with them.
Oh, I love Iriti.
It was, oh my God. There was a scene we did with Iriti Doyle in the office.
Yes, that one.
There was this bit where it wasn't in the script or anything where she hits a cane on the table, and all of us were like it was real.
It was a real reaction.
Acting with her was amazing. Like I learned
Oh,
I learned a lot from her.
mm,
And then Baja and DME. I've worked with DME before, and this was like no, I worked with Baj rather before. This was the first time working with DME, but it was really interesting. They made it very easy for
mm.
us to work together.
That's
There wasn't
interesting.
like an overshadowing or anything. They made it so easy to work with them.
Okay, cool. Were you at any point, honestly, were you at any point scared on set?
Is that a question?
I just,
I
I'm
was
just
scared every
curious.
day.
Really?
Yes.
Like really, really scared.
Really, really scared because no lie about it, this is like my biggest job so far.
Mm,
Right? So I had a lot to prove.
mm,
So I was scared that what if I fall short? What
mm,
if I just don't get it right? What if it's something I do that spoils something here? But then I just had to get out of my head because all of us had to prove ourselves
yes, we did.
and all of us were working together. The young cast, fam, forget it. We worked together.
And it showed.
It showed.
It
We
showed,
we
it was
really
good.
worked together because we
It was
knew
good.
that this was like our moment and we had to
Had
do
take
it. Yeah.
And you guys milk. I loved it. I just saw people who, first of all, are good, and they were hungry, and they had a point to prove.
To prove, yeah.
With every, and I'm not just saying this because, like, with every, I was telling Tori, I said with every mannerism, with every look, with every twitch of the eyebrow, with everything was intentional.
Yes.
And
it
thank
was.
God, I mean, I also, I thank God for the director who, there's some directors that, okay, that's okay, or,
Yeah,
I mean,
nah.
you know what I
He
mean?
knew what he wanted and
Yeah.
he did not stop until he got what he
it.
wanted.
That's fantastic. So, what has been so far, the most challenging thing for you as a Nollywood actor? I was speaking to a couple of friends, and I just like to have conversations generally. And interesting enough, even some big names, right? People who you would think, oh, this is got there for work and every now and then, but you hear things like, some people money, for some people, someone said to me, just the auditioning. And I said, and this is not a small thing.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you still audition?
Everybody
And she's like, yeah. And that her problem is not the auditioning. Her problem is the fact that why do you think it's okay not to get back to me? So you told me to audition, and I took my time and I did the audition, and you
just go
just ghost
quiet.
on me.
This thing happened to me literally 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks ago. I had to text the person because it's fine if you picked someone else. That's the
Yes,
job. We come to audition. We may not get it. It is fine. Get back to the person.
Yes.
I'm sorry we went this way instead. Especially when it's a closed audition. You actually called this person to come in.
Yes.
So please, get back to the person. It's fine. It actually gives like rest. Okay, not this one, maybe the next one. At least you know. That stuff actually really does mess with people's minds.
And it made sense to me when she said, I was like, oh, I've never thought about it that way. But now that you said it, she's like, I just want to know why okay, if I didn't get, that's fine, like you said. But like, maybe, is there something I need to work on?
You could give
Is this
feedback
feedback,
too.
yes. Like, oh, maybe for this character, no, you're not. Whatever it is, just let me know that this is.
There's so many things to learn from audition processes, but we don't learn it because you don't get back to
We
us.
even have actual casting directors in Nigeria, to be honest. We just have people that cast. Producers that cast.
We have producers that cast, yes, and we have people that are actually trying to get into casting. I think they might have gone to work about like to figure out what being a casting director is, because I know of 2 people that are
Lala.
actual. Okay, plus Lala,
Lala, yes.
Goodness Emmanuel.
Right, okay, goodness.
Emmanuel is a casting director. Yeah, then there's one other person like Kolade Shashi is a casting director, but he's not based in Nigeria anymore. But he's a very good casting director. Yeah. So those are the like 3 people that I know that are casting directors.
Right. So let's talk about you now. What is the biggest challenge for you as a Nigerian actor?
Getting the right jobs. To be honest, I've never been the type of actor that just wants to be everywhere. I had to do that at the beginning because it was the beginning. I needed a face and then to become a face. But I've always liked to be an actor that, that does really good movies like Madam Koi Koi. If I get 5 movies like Madam Koi Koi in a year, I'm fine because the impact of those movies are fantastic, right? So it's actually just getting to the right place where I'm being called for the right jobs. That's the major thing for me. That's always been the aim for me. So it's still getting there. That's the major thing for
That's a
me.
major problem.
Yeah, because a lot of auditions are, it's either publicity or it's they want to fill up tiny roles and
Yes.
stuff, right? So it's just getting to that point. That's the major thing for me. I don't have a problem with auditions. I almost all of my jobs I got from auditions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. It's from auditions to referrals to, but it's just getting the right jobs for me.
And what do you think would help solve that? Do you think that maybe we should be going the agents route in Nigeria, or because I mean, I don't think that managers, honestly speaking, this is just my opinion. I don't think that actors managers really understand what it is to be an actors manager. Some of them,
Some of them.
yeah.
Because why are you my manager and sending me to an open audition?
Exactly. What does that even mean? Like I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Because I was at audition when a few years back, and this chick was like, "Oh, my manager sent me." Girl, this is an open audition.
Your manager doesn't know what to
Your
do.
manager is not doing anything for
Exactly.
you.
Doesn't know. This everybody's here. Queue up
Exactly.
and do your audition. But what do you think would be the solution to that?
The way
maybe
Nollywood
for you?
works, yeah. If not if when I get say a lead role in some like Netflix or Amazon like really proper stuff, then I'll get like some really major agent that has the rights, that has the right connections and stuff, that then wants to sign,
Sign.
then
Okay.
then can I actually do the work of an agent for me.
Right.
That's actually just it. You have to do the work by yourself to get to that point where somebody wants to then help you, not even necessarily help, work with you to make you bigger, and so they can also get some glory for
Of
themselves.
course,
You know.
of course, it helps them. For anybody who gets to listen, I always tell them that. Oh, so you know how like you just know that. Oh yeah, I like to act, and I do this thing where I watch movies, and that's when I knew that. Okay, I think you should just start going for auditions for acting. So I'm watching a movie, and I'm like, that's nice, but I feel like if this person had gone this route, it would have been better. So my friends are like, "Oga, just be go and just start auditioning." So did a couple of auditions here and there, got a couple of roles, and I mean, yeah. So I'm still like really, really new, and that's why I like to have conversations with you guys who have been here 2014, 2016, 20. I'm like, that's a long time, right? I mean, what my acting said like 2 years ago, and it's been dramatic. I'm not even good there, but I have people who I really want to work with for different reasons. For anybody who cares to listen, I always shout it on the rooftop that I want to work with Auntie Shafi Bello because I feel like there is something about I've never met her, but I follow her on Insta, and every time I watch her, there's just this aura. There's this thing about her. She commands attention in every space that she comes in, and people who have experienced that always tell me the same thing. And I say, I really want to have that. Imagine experiencing that and still actually working with her. I have producer, director friends who have also used her, and they're like, oh no, she is amazing. I think she's fantastic. She's right now. This is the only one I think I really want to work with. So for you, who are those actors that you really, really, really want to work with for whatever reason?
First off would be Inse.
Oh, okay.
I watch her on screen and I'm just amazed by every character that she plays. I was recently on set with her, but it was a really small role, right? I had this very tiny thing with her, and I'm like, God, I cannot wait to do this for a full film, right? And I told her, oh, I'm going to be working with you very soon. Oh. My name is this, just very soon, so you remember. And she's like, I'll keep that in mind. I want to. She's with her acting for me. She's one of the best. So I actually want to be at par sort of with her and see how well I can go with her against that together, however you want to say it. Then Genevieve.
Of course.
I grew up watching Genevieve. She's one of the reasons I decided to start acting.
Oh, wow.
Right? She's dark skinned. You know the old dark skin thing, and people are more. I've been at auditions where they told me to bleach my skin. Right? Ooh. Yeah. So I'll get better roles. So growing up seeing her, and I'm like, if she can do it, I can too.
Mm.
So she's someone else that I really look up to because I feel like people like her, people like Attention, people like Mercy Johnson, they made people like me feel like we're good, we're
Mm.
beautiful, we can do whatever role, we can do whatever we need to do.
Mm.
Especially when we were getting into the industry and they were telling us that we're too dark,
Mm.
that we need to work on ourselves.
Someone they actually told you that? As an
Several
audition?
auditions.
Really?
Yeah, several auditions, and then there's lights when I get on set, and then lights people literally just throwing all the lights on me because you're too dark. You need to be. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, but then those two majorly are. I really would love to work with them.
I like that you mentioned the whole, skin color situation. But outside that, what else? Because I'm gonna tell you some things as well. Because listen, at some point I was like, I don't think this is acting. What's this? I'm not caught up
Trust
on
me, it's
this.
not
Like,
easy. It's not easy.
listen. So, what other things have you heard or has been said to you? Told you've experienced or whatever that just threw you off? Maybe at the auditions or whatever.
So at the very beginning, this was even before 2016 when I was in uni and I'd come home for holidays. I would try to go for auditions and stuff around because I stay in Surulere, and Surulere Aguda was like the hub back
Yeah,
then,
back
right?
then.
So till today I never ever go for auditions in Aguda ever again, right? If the audition was, and I stay in Aguda, if the audition was just beside my street, I would not go, right? So let me just say the one that sticks to me the most. I went for this audition. I did well. They liked me. They got my details. I got back home. The director calls me and says, "Oh, I did really good. They're going to call me for that one, but he needs me to come to his office, right? That he has something else that he wants to do, and I'm perfect for the character." So I go there. It's just a bike away. So I got there, and I'm like, I don't think this is the right place. And it comes out. It's literally a face me, I slap you. Mm-hmm. I should have gone back thinking about it, right? But then I was just 17, 18. I was still new. I was trying to just get something. And I followed him in, and it was his room. He had this TV bed on the floor. Everything was on the floor. I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? He said he wants me to read the script. He gave me the script to read. The title of the script is Nymphomaniac. Yes. Keep in mind that, like I said, I was 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
Nymphomaniac.
Mhm.
That was the title of the script.
Mhm.
At first, I'm like, I think I know what this is. This, if you be a nympho, I'll be a nympho. I'd gone and read what it was, right? So I opened the script, and the first thing this character is doing is. And the next scene, and the person she's actually doing that to is the gate man.
Okay.
And the next scene, she's having sex with some other person. And the next scene, and almost every scene, she's doing something with somebody. I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm too young for this. Let's move from that. Secondly, how do you want to shoot these things? He said, oh, he doesn't do acting, that you do real. Okay, so you want to shoot porn? He says, no, it's not porn that he wants to show me. And then he showed me something that he had shot. And these people were actually naked.
He has shot it.
He had shot something else.
Oh, wow.
And they were actually naked, and then they were like grinding on themselves, like they were having sex and stuff. I'm like, but you already have actors that are fine with it.
Yeah.
So why me? I'm a child. Says, oh, okay, if I don't want to do this, how do I think I'm going to break into the industry? With hard work. Said that doesn't work, that you have to do, okay, you're not going to do this, fine. For this job that you came for, if you're going to be staying with me in my hotel room while we go to sets, you'll get the job. That's the one I went to audition for.
Well, they said you had gotten. Wow.
Seriously, I was like, okay, I'll think about that one. Let me go home. My mom needs me. Let me go and do what I need to do. That was how I got out of there. And I was just thinking on my way home, like, what just happened?
It's a narrative.
And that's just one of the things I'd experienced at the beginning of auditions. I've a couple of other stuff like that. I've had someone tell me they want to pimp me out while I'm acting.
Stop.
I promise you. I was 18 as well. That this is how big actors, and they always mention big actors' names. They will tell you, oh, how do you think Genevieve? How do you think Rita Domnegari? Excuse
Want
me.
to pimp you?
Yeah, you act this film. When this politician sees you, you request for you will say, No, sir, please. Please, sir, that's not why I'm here.
We're not here for that.
See, I've had somebody wank while I was auditioning. The character was meant to be a dancer.
Girl, stop.
And I used to dance. I can't dance, right? So I went for the audition. I was like, oh, we're going to play music, dance. And I'm dancing. And after like a minute, I noticed movements under the table. I'm like, what's going on? And then it becomes obvious that his hand is actually, I stopped. I froze. I'm like, no. See, it's not easy. And this was when I was still in university. I was a child.
Wow.
If I didn't have it in me that I really wanted to do this, I'd have gone out, I've left. Because see, how do you do those kind of things how do you tell a 17, 18-year-old that you're going to be pimping her out? How do you, because she wants to act?
This is
see,
crazy.
like you said, dog eat dog, honestly.
Honestly, it is a dog eat
It's a whole lot better now.
Yes, yeah. I mean, from what people have said.
It's a whole lot better now. So I'm very grateful for that. That a lot of people didn't have to go through all of that. But it was there are some things I'm saying now that my mother doesn't know that I experienced because I couldn't tell her.
She would be like, no, that's the end.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for passion, to be honest.
See,
I love the job. If not,
I'd have given up a long time ago.
Anyways, so yeah, what is, do you, most actors, these days, if they are not becoming producers, they are starting to be directors. Everybody wants to go to New York Film Academy or open a YouTube channel and call it their name TV at the end of it. So what is do you have like any? I didn't mean to be sarcastic. I'm sorry.
No, it's because I'm about to answer what you're going to say with something I've already done like that.
Oh, you have? Tell me. What is it?
So filmmaking is a big deal for me. Like I've always actually wanted to, minus just acting. So I have produced a short film like years ago. It was, I just wanted to try it and see if it was something I was interested in, and I am interested in it. So I'm going to go more into producing this year. But I have a short film, at least I can say I've done something. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know about going to film school here right now. But for now it's mostly acting, and then getting to the contacts I have. If you need like a producer's assistant or something, let me learn on the job right here, because I'm going to be working here in Nigeria. So let me learn on the job here first. Then I can now go to film school.
Great.
Yeah, that's it for me.
That's a good one. Okay, so do you have any, I mean, I know maybe you can't say, but do you have like any projects that you're really excited about that are maybe coming out?
Yes.
Maybe this year?
Yes. There's one for sure that's going to come out very soon, hopefully before the end of the month.
Okay.
Should be on Showmax. I did that last year. It took a lot of emotions from me. I can't wait to see it, because there were some scenes that after we finished shooting, it took a while for me to get back to myself. So
what's it called?
It's called Tilt.
Okay, Tilt.
Yeah. And also you use a lot of new actors, so it's us also just trying to prove ourselves too. So I like jobs like that where the lead characters are new actors basically. So there's that, and then there's one that I'm hoping comes out this year. I did that Blackouts with Stakore. It's our first film as a producer.
Oh, she produced.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm really, really looking forward to it, because my character is like 2 years ago. My character is like, I can't say that word, can I? She's with B word. She's a terrible person. Like that's the worst person I've played, and I like playing people that are exactly opposite of me. I like playing the bad guys. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one, because people are going to see me in a totally different light.
Okay. I want to say that one, but yeah, Tilt hopefully comes to Showmax. So what is this? Is it drama? Is Tilt drama or?
Yeah, it's
thriller?
drama. It's drama, thriller. It's not horror though. It has more of the thriller and drama in it. Yeah.
Than the horror. All right. I mean, this has been a fantastic conversation, to be honest.
Yes,
it's been fun. So please, for those who don't know how to find you, how they find you on socials?
My handle is Nene Aliemeka, NENENWANYO, everywhere.
There you go. Please follow. Please encourage, new
Thank
talents.
you.
You can always reach out with when the money is right and when the script is right. Please, you know who to call. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having
I had
me.
fun
It
chatting.
was a lot of fun talking.
It was.
Thank
It
you.
really was. All right. So see you in the next one, guys.